I want you to go and touch your knee over here. Right? With the heel not getting up. With the heel not getting up. With the heel on the ground base. So the muscles that keep the knees stiff are the hamstring and the glutes. So in the hamstring and glutes, you will need stability. If you just make 2, 3. I want you to observe what's happening at the knee level in relation to the hips. Yep. Okay, now what I want you to get into a stance and now activate the glutes. So you need to stretch that band. Yeah, get some, you know, activation in the hips. And can you see how stable the knees have gone? Have you noticed that in the profile? Now you can turn. I mean, not literally because everything starts at the feet, but these are the muscles. So any golf coach will tell you that from here, the first move is, many people think the first move is the bump. The philosophy, of course, you have a different way of teaching. Everybody has different principles. There's a basic philosophy of teaching as to, so if these muscles are not activated, then you will look at other muscles, and that we call the compensatory muscles. I'll show you exercise that we do. So this is how we start the golf. Yeah. Okay, slightly slower. So I explain. What she's doing is, so we put in, start like this and tighten up the band. So in that profile. So in the front profile, you always want your knee to stay on top of it. Relax those toes. So on top of your second and third toe. Yeah. So her knee stays right over here. Now, when you take the first big step, you will take the first big step, ensure you line up here. Again, your knees are on top. So we are working the muscles that lie lateral to the knee. Take a big step, right, perfect. Starts really, no, that's too big a stance. You're struggling from there. Yeah, that's where you can get more lateral movement. None of you guys are really serious about these movements because these movements don't look pretty. They're like he said, they are not bodybuilding. You will not be able to see visible difference in your body. Yes, you will see visible difference in your body, but who cares about the angle in the hips? It's called the Q angle. I would rather look at the angle in my pecs. Base, right? That's the problem with training because people walk into the gym with wrong priorities. I mean, definitely, this is called the Q angle, by the way. And many men also have, women tend to have a lot. That's for so many men, so many women end up with knee surgery. You see how his bending pattern is so okay. Soft knees, real soft knees, and like soft, and start bending from the hip. Yeah, drop the butt. See, so either the bend is taking place here, but as a human being, he's aware of how to bend forward. Okay, so first, we stick this here, and now, can you soften your knees? Right, and then slightly, now little up, now I decide, little up, little less arch, softer knees. I'm going to take that club away from you, I'm going to put it in your hand, and that's your golf stance. Bish, this is a game of golf, can you stand like this? You've never played golf, he's got into golf stance. As simple as that. Grab my hips from behind, and so there I go. So I didn't see, so see, I'm not moving, Andrew's moving me. I go here, and then I don't use any of the upper body. That's it. My upper body has no role from here. It's only going to, my hands are going to drop down only because Andrew is, watch this again. My hands are going to drop down only because, one more time. So I have no role here. Just Andrew pulls me back and Andrew drives me forward. The whole idea when you're building up a golf swing is to respect biomechanics and not use your back in a golf swing or in any activities, because the lower back is not meant for mobility. It is meant only to keep you stable. Yet you will find in so many yoga exercises, you're encouraged to use your lower back. And if you're going like this, the yoga teacher will do, oh, some more of it. Oh, why don't you arch your back and even touch something at the back? That's ridiculous. Build this at 90 degrees. Okay, why 90 degree? I mean, there's a reason why it's 90 degree. When you are in this position, the lower back kind of flattens out. the arch in the lower back gets reduced. You'll see if I drop it, back arch ta bedhe gelo. So the arch increases. When you pick it up, arch. Why? So why do we not want an arch in the lower back? You know, what has got extension will rotate. If you take extension away from a body, it will not rotate. Okay, if you take extension away from a body, in physics, body only rotates if it's an extension. If a body is in flexion, it will not rotate. So we are taking away extension from the lower body so that it cannot rotate off the spine, lower back. So, but knees together, and so you see, I encourage your lower body is going to go this way, and the upper body is going to go that way. Okay, do a few reps. Stop. See, his first reaction is to keep the stable and do this. If he can do this, that's it. That's the position. Like, give me a big bump. Bump me away. That's the move. That's, I think all of you can need to practice that, and that will come to, yes, of course, on the hitting ball, you've got to go to the gym. There are exercises they do to teach that and build it up. Build up that nervous system to start. It's not easy. So there are exercises that we teach you where you hold on to the cable and you're doing this. And that line is my reference point. Okay, when I sway and my center of gravity lies here, it's different people depending on your height. Normally it's on the second sacrum, it goes up, but on a golf swing it's typically over here. So this is not swaying, this is swaying. And a little bit off is fine. If you're extremely athletic and you can come back here, it's fine. But the average person would better off doing this. So this is, so the bump, when the bump happens, that's the thing, the upper body is still here. Ideally, it's just the lower body that's gone through. Clear? Your knees? Good, good. So, nice. So this is this, I teach this as a first step to learning stability. Now, the next, okay, Foley, stay there, stay there. Once you've got that, you can slowly put your rotational component, is extremely important, golf into play. Grab this ball, so you got a hand straight. And I want you to go very slowly and pick up the speed leader. Just turn from side to side. Turn your full body. I don't want to mind the belly button. Turn the belly button. Pick up the speed slowly. Feet throw wide because, you know, yeah, good. Now get faster. Get faster. Good. Now boom. Now absolutely. Faster. Let the core turn. So that's a great way to warm up for your golf as well. So of course I'm going to throw left-handed. So in the backswing, try. Come. Okay, no, you go. Yeah, so this is, yeah, yes. Nice. Nice. Our society is getting extremely aerobic. So doctors encourage us to walk, us to swing, but all our muscles are not aerobic in nature. There are two types of muscles. There's one muscle, and this is very important as we age. We have type 1A, which are very aerobic in nature. All it needs is oxygen, and it can go on forever because it's very heavy on mitochondria. But there are another set of muscles that are type 2B that will not be used if you go for a walk, if you go for a swim. They will only be used if you do some power exercises, some strength exercises, and this is a typical power exercise because it uses short stretch cycles and is releasing the ball. Typically in our society, we don't encourage people like you to do strength training, and therefore we lose those muscle fibers. It's a typical thing, what you don't use, you lose. And that's why you see muscle atrophy now doctors have started calling it the frailty index. And the chances of, many doctors have told me, God forbid that if you go in for a surgery or a critical illness, it's your muscles that will save you in that. Because the tendency used to use those muscles that get a lot of oxygen. Easy. They don't get tired because they're steady. The other guys actually don't get enough oxygen. They will get tired very fast because they don't. And when they're when you're doing something in 6 reps or 7 reps, you get tired. Those are the type 2. If you hit drive, you can chip all day, you can't hit drivers. So you know when you're hitting drivers, you're hitting them really hard, your type 2 V5ers are working. What is external rotation? Have you heard the word? Come here. Have you heard the word external rotation? Wait, of the shoulders. What is it? Okay. Your right hand. So that's external rotation. It's not easy because all of us are always doing more of internal rotation work, right? So so that's external rotation. You will see most people who are restricted here will always push. So you see where his spine is gone. Bring the spine back. So you know what crawling is, why babies crawl? Because it teaches babies the principle of reciprocity. Reciprocity, see, his right leg and left hand went together. Babies will never go right hand leg. I was in a national golf camp, you name it, 8 people over there had played for their country. And I told them that let's do high Ds, and they did right leg, right hand. Yet we are teaching them reciprocity. Reciprocity is right hand, left, every body works in reciprocity. So they are learning the golf swing by rote. They're not learning by feel.
Shaking those girls downtown were more than I could take. The high-waisted Rockies and the sailor's mouth.
So like, what do I do if the back is too arched, and how do I correct it?
Basically that you're worried about the lordosis, the arch in your lower back. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that there's a risk that you've got to learn to manage. How do we manage the risk? We manage this risk by ensuring that you have good core muscles, and I've taught you the abdomen coordination. So do the abdomen coordination every day and make sure that you stretch your back and your hip flexors every day. So your hip flexors are nice and stretched, so the hip flexor will allow you to be able to achieve a posterior tilt when you want to. Not that you have to do it all the time, but you have the freedom to move, and you've got a strong core, it'll look after your back. But you've got to learn how to manage it. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's a risk.
Sober past 11 a.m. My breath smells like my regrets again. Oh, whiskey.